She walks straight to her parents' bedroom and removes a .357 Magnum from under the mattress. She peeks her head around the kitchen to make sure that her mom hasn't come out of her bedroom. She walked in to her own bedroom and then fired 3 shots into her mother.
Here is a case of a 14-year-old girl, Carly Madison Gregg, who her mother and attempted to kill her stepfather. In the quiet town of Brandon, Mississippi, a tragedy unfolded that would shock the entire state. It happened on March 19, 2024. That evening, Carly's mother, Ashley Smylie, was at home with her teenage daughter. Security footage later revealed the first disturbing clue. Carly retrieving a .357 Magnum handgun from beneath her mother's mattress.
She walks straight to her parents' bedroom and removes a .357 Magnum from under the mattress. She peeks her head around the kitchen to make sure that her mom hasn't come out of her bedroom. She walked in to her own bedroom and then fired 3 shots into her mother.
A weapon registered to Ashley herself, concealing it behind her back. Moments later, 3 gunshots rang out. Ashley Smylie was struck and fatally wounded inside her own home. But what followed was even more chilling. Instead of fleeing or calling for help, Carly used her mother's phone to text her stepfather, Heath Smylie. As Carly picked up her mother's phone, she sent a chilling text to her stepfather. "When will you be home, honey?" Pretending to be her mother, luring him home. When her stepfather, Heath Smylie, arrived, Carly shot at him, grazing him in the shoulder, before he wrestled the weapon away. In pains, he called 911. Through the chaos and pain, his words were clear. She her mom. In court, the defense painted a picture of mental health struggles, depression, auditory hallucinations, emotional distress.
Carly had been suffering from a mental illness that Carly was not aware on March 19th that she had a mental illness. That Carly's parents, who lived with her, were not aware that Carly was suffering from a mental illness. That Carly's close friends, who saw her at school every day, were not aware that Carly was suffering from a mental illness. Because it's hard to look at a person and understand that they have a mental illness. It's hard to look at a person and know that they have a mental illness. While the events on March 19th were tragic, the events on March 19th were not intentional.
But the prosecution countered, this was planning. The timing, the text, the hidden weapon, all pointed to cold calculation.
I put 3 in my mom, and I got 3 more waiting for my stepdad. You think that sounds like an insane person? No.
A Rankin County jury deliberated less than 2 hours and returned guilty on first-degree murder, attempted murder, and evidence tampering.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. Count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of attempted murder as charged in the indictment. Quote, as to count 1, we, the jury, sentence the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, to life imprisonment. Close.
She was sentenced to life without parole plus 10 years. As of today, she is held in the Youthful Offender Unit of the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility, and her attorneys continue to fight for relief, arguing the sentence is unconstitutional for a juvenile. But can you compare that to the case of Gavin Ramsey, who snuck into the home of Margaret Douglas, a 98-year-old neighbor, and murdered her in cold blood, raped her, and stuffed her body in a closet? The elderly woman, who was known as a peaceful and cheerful woman, had not been heard from for days, and this made her family worried and reach out to 911. On April 9th, police and family arrived for a welfare check. Inside her home, they discovered her body in a closet. Investigators determined Douglas was strangled. Ramsey was arrested on April 16th, Her wallet was found in his bedroom, and surveillance placed him in proximity. Searching his phone and journal, investigators uncovered disturbing evidence. Photos of Douglas sleeping, writings that described fantasies of violence, even post-mortem sexual acts. Ramsey pleaded no contest in late 2018. In January 2019, he was sentenced to life without parole, also convicted of gross abuse of a corpse and other charges. At sentencing, the judge called the crime depraved and premeditated, concluding that Ramsey was irreparably corrupt and unfit to re-enter society. Family members have lobbied to ensure Ramsey never gains early release.
I feel the escalation of his crimes through the years show his inability to reform. He is not safe to be on the streets. He will hurt people again. He will kill people again.
Especially after Ohio's SB 256 law made juvenile lifers eligible for parole after decades. The case stands as one of the most chilling in Ohio's recent history, a teenager crossing a boundary most of us believe unbreakable. But this is not even close to the worst horrific courtroom verdicts we have in stock for you. Meet the killer who asked for death.
I'm seeking the death penalty. It's in my best interest, basically, because
For more crime stories, please like and subscribe.